Here are my favorite movement techs in Yeeps in no specific order. First up is with the grapples. You can do a grapple jump. This is great. Get better in. This is great for some vertical movement or just to traverse the map quicker. So the tutorial is you basically want to grapple the ground, pull up, and slingshot by pulling up and then pushing down and letting go. And if you do it right, you should go the grapple jump. My POV would look like this. So I'm running, I'm gonna go like that. And that lets me jump a lot higher than normal. That's one of my favorites. Next is the ability to ride thrown objects. Basically what you do is you just take the object and you want to jump forward while pushing the object into you and letting go. It'll be like this. And the goal is just to get launched with the object. Now you can do this with anything from sticky bombs to hot cocoa to decoys and dummies. It's really helpful to get away quickly, and if you're a tagger, it helps if you use the pins because it doesn't waste any cotton and you can catch up with the taggies. So Moon Monkey's gonna help me with this next clip because I'm usually unable to do it. But basically, if you grab 2 mugs and you go on a big spring pad, you can launch yourself to the stars by riding them. See? So he just did the trick where that I just showed, where you kind of hit yourself with it. But he did it on a spring pad, so it launches you much higher. Okay, so for this next one, also including the spring pad, is if you freeze yourself and then push your butt down onto the spring pad, you can get launched really high too. So, I'll show you from my POV. I'm just gonna throw a freeze wall, dip down, and boom. You go like just as high for basically half the price. That's the mug jump, that is. Then what I like to do, combine that with umbrellas. So you'll go freeze, do, pull up 2 umbrellas, you can just stay up here. Alright, this next one is one of my favorites because it's a little bit inconvenient. Because it uses a lot of cotton, less than fireworks, but still a lot. But basically, you use a gun to extend your jump. What you do is you just kind of pull it back, like pull the bubble back behind you and then let go when it's behind you. You can jump around with it. And it's really fun. Actually, this is what it looks like from my POV. Just pull back and then shoot, like this. And it can be good for changing like the direction. You can boost yourself up and everything. But main thing is you can freeze yourself and fly. That's really good in like Spleep to recover yourself, and you can just use the guns to do people's platforms. Now if you do this trick, I would recommend, like if you're doing it in a real game, then I would recommend going back and trying to collect the pellet guns when it's safe. Because it just preserves your cotton. Either do that or just like put some pillow plants down ready to harvest when you get low, so you don't have to go down to those dispensers. This next one's also a little bit weird. But basically, you can step on frisbees. Like, their hitbox is solid like a block. So, what you can do is bounce it off the wall and then jump. I've yet to see someone make this very useful. I can't really get it too consistently. But if someone does figure out a way to use this in a useful way, then honestly, please show me. It's such a cool mechanic. Although they have to be like, have that trail, like they're flying for it to work. It's kind of like how you can't throw a teleport ball. Drop it doesn't count, it has to have that purple trail. That works. This one's really weird, but it's really cool. So, this next one's less of a movement trick and more just a party trick. And it's making a roller coaster out of drums. Let's see. You kind of have to nudge yourself sometimes because the way the bongos work. It's just a cool party trick. I wouldn't recommend doing it in public all the time though, because people can just come up and go, like, take a bat and just spook. And this next one's just kind of a general tip, where you can just use bombs to like launch yourself up. Like here, if you just line your butt up with the middle, you can launch up with 4 bombs. And I recommend using shockwaves because these things, although people will say that, oh no, one launch is different than the other, they don't. The only difference is that this one breaks stuff, this one doesn't. But you can put a bunch together like this, and grab a remote and launch yourself like that. What you can do actually is, which I think is a little better, is you can take these little guys, bunch them up on a too high pillow, and if you break the pillow, boom, you get launched up. Okay, so this next one's a little like stasis chamber. Basically what happens is you press this button and it teleports you somewhere. The way I see most people do it is like this, where they have a yellow bomb, they have this tall thing, and they have a pearl. This is really bulky, and you can see how it works really easily. I mean, I just blow up the bomb, it drops the pearl, I teleport. But the way I prefer to build it would be like this, where you take a purple bomb, just put it up 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, put the pearl on top, and then you grab a button, you can go wherever you want, and as long as you hid that so no one can find it, boom, teleport. The reason you want to hide it though, is because if someone just comes across, like, something like this, at this point, okay, at this point, most people know how to do this. If they see this, they're going, oh, that's someone's stasis chamber. They're going to grab it in hopes of catching a hider. So the last one, to wrap up the video, we have just double shockwave, some tips. So, you can do, obviously, single shockwave, where you just stick it to the ground, pick it up, and hold it under you. You can do double, where you do this, just the same thing but with 2. And then you can do 3 by doing this, where you stick 2 down, leave them on the floor, and then pick one up. You have to be careful with the timing so you don't like jump over the ones down here, because you sometimes can on accident. So, but then 4 would just be doing that like this, which I'm sure you've seen someone do. And then you can obviously combine it with freeze balls to like freeze and put 2 down or whatever. Go a little higher. But it really just depends on what you want to do. I would actually recommend though, if you're gonna use the freeze ball with them, I would stick 2 down and then freeze yourself, just so the freeze lasts a little bit longer. They went a little higher than last time. But overall, it's a good tip, and I would use it in many situations. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. See you next time.